Will XRP get relisted on exchanges including Coinbase? What are the signals in the market that indicate so? What is the new say of SEC in the lawsuit? Stay tuned till the end of the video to find out. But first, we are giving away 50 XRP coins at the end of the month to one random subscriber to start on their XRP journey. All you need to do is to like the video, subscribe and comment your thoughts on XRP in the comment section. Welcome back XRP Army. Let's grow the XRP LAB community by pressing the like button and subscribing to this channel to stay updated at all times. There are a number of reasons why I think XRP will be relisted on the majority of cryptocurrency exchanges in the near future. First and foremost, despite the fact that the cryptocurrency market has been falling lately, XRP price movement has been showing a great deal of vitality. Alex Cobb offered an example of XRP soaring the other day when the rest of the market was plummeting. This demonstrates that as a result of this instance, savvy investors knows that XRP will become the cryptocurrency leader. No question about it, since XRP, when compared to Bitcoin, offers more usefulness and less volatility. Although recent volatility in the price of XRP have only occurred as a result of the SEC lawsuit against the cryptocurrency. In addition, the court revealed memos from 2012 that had been sealed. Linda Jones has written a well-written piece on what has been happening with XRP and why it is about to boom. We have seen incriminating evidence against the SEC this week. 39 million of XRP moved to Coinbase and Wales, buying 10 million XRP at the second fastest rate ever. SBI Holdings stock price jumped 3.71% Friday. They own 10% of Ripple and will benefit from an IPO. And she has some nice investment advice for us which I have been passing along for too many months now. She says, it is possible we may see the price move up before we hear Ripple is victorious in the lawsuit. Now the price is under $1, and I do not know how long it will remain under $1. It would be wise to increase security, remove from exchanges and move XRP into a XUMM wallet or decentralized wallet or a nano for safekeeping. Now if you are an active investor in XRP, you will be aware that Ripple makes use of XRP to conduct cross-border business transactions. In this way, XRP becomes a rival to SWIFT, which translates for the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. SWIFT is a Belgian cooperative society that acts as a mediator and executor of financial transactions between banks located around the globe. When Ripple released a new service named RippleNet for faster transactions, SWIFT responded by launching a new service called SWIFT Go to compete with Ripple for speedier transactions. While SWIFT Go is capable of matching the speed of the RippleNet platform, Ripple offers a number of significant benefits. First and foremost, despite the fact that the transaction is practically instantaneous, settlement on SWIFT Go still takes at least a day or more, while settlement on Ripple XRP is almost instantaneous. Second, SWIFT Go has greater fees, while XRP is almost completely free. These are the facts, and no one can deny their importance. They show that the price of XRP will very certainly increase significantly. It is just a matter of whether or not we will have an XRP on exchanges, and whether or not XRP will be relisted with the possibility for us to take gains. What are your thoughts on whether or not it will happen? Also, in Jeremy Hogan video from the other day, he said that the SEC is attempting to argue that they are distinct from their division of enforcement. So far in this lawsuit, this is by far the most ludicrous thing I have seen. Moon Lambo sets a clear statement about the hierarchy on Twitter saying, the SEC lawyers are now arguing that an official declaration from a division of the SEC is different than a declaration from the SEC itself. As attorney Jeremy pointed out in his latest video, the division position is the SEC position. Take a look at the chart below showing the SEC structure, which clearly shows that the regulators are just trying to dodge questions instead of answering them directly. In addition, we have some exciting news. Before you do, consider what I have to say. This is just speculation, but if I am correct, XRP may easily reach $589, and perhaps much more. So, JP Morgan, a global investment bank, has released a paper titled, Opportunities in the Metaverse. And they introduced themselves as the first bank to enter the metaverse by opening a branch at the Metajuku Mall of the metaverse. If Ripple is able to expand their services through JP Morgan or any other bank that will be present in the metaverse, they will have a significant advantage over their competitors. Because companies from a wide range of industries are now revealing applications for the metaverse, including smaller firms in the architecture, real estate, and even the tax and accounting sectors. Why is this important? In Decentraland, for example, the accounting firm Prager-Metis, based in the United States, opened its 3-story metaverse headquarters just last month. So, a LL of these companies will have a requisite to transfer their funds into the metaverse, and if Ripple decides to make this possible through the use of XRP, the price of XRP will undoubtedly rise. But first and foremost, the Ripple versus the SEC lawsuit must be resolved. The SEC seems to be taking its time with the litigation, as they have submitted a ruling from one of their previous court cases. On February 7, 2022, a New Hampshire District Court granted the Securities and Exchange Commission motion for judgment on the pleadings and rejected an affirmative defense similar to Ripple in the case. The case was brought against LBRY, who was accused of making unregistered offers and sales of digital assets, but not of engaging in fraud. The regulators have said that, as in LBRY, Ripple does not and cannot dispute that the SEC publicly filed the digital asset enforcement action cited in the Cornerstone Research report. Nor does Ripple claim that Cornerstone Research misstates the statutory violations charged in those lawsuits. Thus, LBRY provides additional authority for this court to consider the enforcement actions cited in the Cornerstone report and to rely on those actions to strike Ripple affirmative defense at the pleading stage. Well, the SEC might think this is relevant, but Jeremy Hogan does not agree. He tweeted that, LBRY actually asserted a fair notice defense, and not only did it not get stricken, but the SEC also did not even try and strike it. So, how a trial-level court striking a completely different affirmative defense, in that case, is relevant? I do not understand. In fact, I'm pretty sure that Ripple will do a little legal judo and spin this into a positive for it, because the SEC didn't even move to strike the FND in the LBRY case. Sometimes you don't want to try and throw every case into a pleading. This was one of those times, I think. Well, do you think that regulators will not gain anything from this? Just like Jeremy Hogan predicts. Make sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Kindly note that the prices of cryptocurrencies frequently change, so by the time you watch this video, it might have changed to a whole new value. The information provided in this video does not constitute investment advice, financial advice, trading advice, or any other sort of advice, and you should not treat any of the content as such. The content in this video is for educational purposes only and hence should not be considered financial advice. Do conduct your due diligence and consult your financial advisor before making any investment decisions.